What is up, everybody? This is the fAnaticZ podcast, episode 62. I'm Damien.
Frank is in the house.
What it do, Scataboo? It's Dylan, and I'll tell you what it do. John Harbaugh. So, what do we think, Cardinal fans? Did we have some dreams crushed around here or what?
No, I already told everybody, hey, if you're thinking about having John Harbaugh as your head coach, what you need to do is you need to pinch yourself on the arm, wake up in your bed, and realize it's just a dream. 'Cause it's never
Well,
going to happen, kids.
that and
Exactly.
if that was the case, Monty would have been fired already.
Yep.
Well, not only that, but he wants his own general manager. So, yeah, not so. Bibble's not ready to let Monty go yet until this next coach and quarterback or whatever we roll with next season fails for the next 3-4 years. If it does happen, so that's the only Monty Austin for gets the hook. Because if you think about it, Steve Keim was given a long time before he stepped down as general manager. So
Far too long.
I tell you what, though, because yeah, it does suck that we missed out on Harbaugh, but we've talked about it. I'm just surprised and happy the fact that Bidwell actually contacted him to begin with.
right, and not only that, they're paying him $100 million though. Can you think of Bill ever spending $100 million ever on any coach?
No chance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he
that's
just
two
doesn't. He doesn't
factors.
have that much money.
So that's two factors right there. I kept telling Cardinals fans the last couple of weeks. One, the hundred that high price tag that he's looking for every single year that he's going to be coaching, and two, um, oh, that's another random reason. He's only won one Super Bowl in 18 years. That's my thing. And then fucking three, he wants his own GM, and uh, Monty is not going to be let go just like that yet. So that's three reasons right there that we're not going to get John Harbaugh. It's just not realistic.
Well, he already starts out with a really good, offensive set and a solid defense. But any head coach is going to be excited to walk in the building and then have guys like Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo, Malik Neighbors to start with. Like that's a good nucleus to have, and they're only going to get better through the draft and with Harbaugh's coaching.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree, but at the same time, that's not even the best set of weapons that are out there on the jobs. John Harbaugh has the connection with the Mara family who own the Giants. They've been eyeing each other from afar for a long time. This is where he knew he was going to go. That's why he didn't bother taking all those interviews with everyone else. He knew what he was going to do. I think he did us a favor by taking a call with us, makes us a better candidate for other places when they think, oh, well, John Harbaugh at least had a talk with them. So maybe there's something there.
Right.
Well, it kind of be foolish in the first place if we didn't give him an interview or a call. Period.
Yeah.
That'd be a very dumb look.
It
So
would be horrible for them because they just fired Jonathan Gannon, and it's like, hey, if you're not going to look for someone seriously, you might as well keep that guy that you already had.
Right.
Yeah, it's the coaching search is very interesting right now. I'm very worried that they're going to make the same mistake they made it with Jonathan Gannon once again here. It's trending in that direction.
and here's
My
my
sorry,
sorry.
Dylan.
And here's my other thing with John Harbaugh too, real quick. Like, you remember how stacked that Ravens team was last year on paper before the season started? And all the times, and we know this as betters too, all three of us in here, how the Ravens screwed us because they couldn't just finish games. So it's like, didn't we just finish this issue with Jonathan Gannon as well, where we couldn't finish games and win them out? All the games that we could have won by one possession or less before we started getting blown out on a weekly basis, and this team internally gave up in the locker room. So it's like, what's the difference of having John Harbaugh in the first place? Yeah, he's got more wins. Yeah, way more playoff appearances, and I'll mention again, one Super Bowl win in 18 years. Like, if he won like three or four to me in those 18 years, like, cool. But like, it's I don't know. It's just a lot of similarities that we got. And on paper with this team right now, we're not even stacked with what that Ravens team was on paper. We got a lot to work with, and we got a lot to get this offseason through the draft and free agency. And we don't even know who QB1 is yet. So that's just my take up with John Harbaugh. So.
Honestly,
Yeah, go ahead.
honestly, I would not be surprised one bit if whoever we ended up hiring, you know, gives Kyler Murray a year, because with Dante Moore going back to Oregon, now your quarterback pool is even less than it already was. So I feel like our draft right there is already, no QB.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of that decision comes down to Kyler wanting to be here still and the head coach's plans. Like, it's harder for a head coach to take a job when there's no QB or no clear pick that they're going to take with the draft pick you have. Like, we have the number 3 pick, but since Dante Moore went back to school, even though most people didn't want to take him with number 3, there's nobody else, So it's like, unless you fall in love with someone that isn't, one of the top people, you can trade down to get a whole bunch of other stuff, maybe get some linemen and give Kyler another shot. But I think that would depend on what type of coach. Like if Mike McDaniel somehow interviewed and got a job, I think he's one of the people that would probably want to roll with Kyler. Um, there's certain coaches that I would accept it with, but it all comes down to, does Kyler Murray look at all these other open jobs like, hey, I don't want to play against the NFC West anymore. Let me go make the playoffs and win in a different division, because it's
Right.
easier.
So who do you guys have as your top tier candidates for the rebuild or the turnaround? That's, I mean, per se, because we do have a lot of talent. We just have to have the right people in the building to get that talent to work together.
I don't know. For me personally, I guess I'll start first. My three guys that I got on my list is LaFleur, Kubiak, and Saleh. So I don't know. I saw
And
that we got
in that
we
order,
not really in order. I mean, I'd be okay with those. I mean, those would be the three I'd be okay with out of like the fucking dozens and that we interviewed we so far. But between the three that I'd be okay with the most that we ironically interviewed yesterday, Robert Saleh. I know previously that we talked about in the past before, me at least, was having another hard ass coach again, like Bruce Arians, somebody that we haven't had that, yeah, like I said, somebody we haven't had since Bruce Arians because Jonathan Gannon and Cliff Kingsbury were just these chill coaches and all that, and like when you saw them when things were just going bad, they're just standing there with blank faces, like not really much emotion. And what we saw Bruce Arians and especially mic'd up, like you saw a lot of like bleeps and all that, and dude turned into the Kool-Aid man. Um, yeah, I mean like with Robert Saleh, you kind of saw a lot of motion with him out of the Jets, and you see it with him as a DC with the 49ers. Something we didn't see a lot out of the Kingsbury and Gannon. So yeah. That's the three coaches I wouldn't mind, but preferably Saleh for me.
Well, that, and
Frankie.
I feel like with Saleh, you can keep your core veteran guys like Calais Campbell bought in, because as you did kind of allude to, guys will run through a wall for Robert Saleh. The issue in New York was not him; it was the ownership. Typical, situation that's potentially even worse than ours. But if you give Saleh a chance, you bring him in, you get a good offensive coordinator. Whether you run it back with Murray or you see what's available, I think as long as we get rid of what we had last year, all that stench in the building, I think bringing in Saleh is our best option. But my, B option would be Kubiak or LaFleur, especially with how LA's offense was this year and how Matt Stafford looked like he was back in the twilight of his career again, arguably having his best season of his career right now.
Wow, we all have the same exact people. This is anticlimactic. Yeah, so I got Clint Kubiak, Robert Saleh, and Michael Floor. Wow, what the heck? It's well, honestly, it's not a surprise because the candidate pool is pretty weak. Like, and honestly, I didn't even want to put Michael Floor on here just because I don't want any first time head coaches. Kubiak, too. He's another one. Honestly, though, those two are the ones out of the first head coaches that I'd be the most okay with. Robert Saleh didn't have a great coaching career so far as a head coach, but he was with the Jets, so you can give him a pass on that. Um, I just, I'm just worried that Robert Saleh might take a different job because as a head coach, you get two chances really, and you know what I mean. And if you suck at both spots, then you're going to be a coordinator for the rest of your life, pretty much. So if you want to go from the Jets to the Cardinals, it's like, you know, quitting McDonald's and only eating Burger King. You know what I mean? It's like you didn't really save yourself much. So he's going from one bad organization to, sadly, I hate to say that we're a bad organization, but just the way that operations have gone and with coaches and quarterbacks just hasn't been good. So I would, I like Salah, but I honestly I want him to come. He's probably my second choice, just because I want to see an offensive head coach instead of a defensive head coach for the first time in like 2, 3 head coach.
All three within the division too. So then
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's
they
good.
would immediately have insight against the three teams twice a year too. So I'm hoping that would be a great advantage for us.
Well, not
So
only that is you immediately take away a strength, you know,
yeah.
because what if the next coordinator doesn't call the same game and Puka and Adams are not as involved, and it could look totally different with a different coordinator. So that's why I don't mind taking Kubiak or LaFleur because it weakens our opponents and Robert Saleh too. All of that, it weakens our opponents, so it's good.
As I say, the big key is going to be how far Mike Bidwell is willing to go to prove that he actually cares to, to build a winning product. As long as, in my opinion, it's a win as long as we do not end up with Matt Nagy or Arthur Smith.
Well, it's like how many chances does Michael Bivell need? You feel me? He's not even taking like Jerry Jones bold ass moves, where everyone's like questioning, like, well, what the fuck, like. So
Yeah, they should have made Clayton Adams or Spencer Whipple an OC here at one point. And at least because then at least you have a reputation for taking position coaches and growing them. Maybe a position coach, a really good one, or a good OC somewhere else says, "Oh, well, they always, promote within. Maybe I'll go be OC there, and maybe I'll be the head coach one day, even if it doesn't happen." You know, it's a good incentive for people to come. I think that not interviewing Mike McDaniel is a mistake. Maybe he didn't want to interview. I know Kevin Stefanski was good friends with Jonathan Gannon, so maybe that's why they didn't do that. Still think you probably should have talked to him. Those type of moves right there don't make sense to me. What are we doing?
It's going
We
to
need to
take,
bring in the best candidates, regardless of all the drama in the background.
you know, it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks to see where, after the games are really over, who, because I feel like within those first couple of days, either before or after the Super Bowl, we're going to have our head coach.
Yeah, I think that's okay in most years. I think it's a bad move this time around because John Harbaugh is already hired. So what he's going to do is he's going to hire the best assistant coaches, the best position people, and then another person, since he's got hired, somebody else is going to hire the next best candidate, Robert Saleh. He's going to be the next domino to fall. Boom. And then now we're looking at bargain bin coordinators and bargain bin position coaches. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really hope
So
in yesterday's interview that at least there was an offer made.
yeah, I think that they need to be aggressive. They need to be aggressive because we're not a preferred destination for some reason. They have to sell the fact that we got Walter Nolan, Will Johnson, Garrett Williams, Josh Sweat. We have a good team. And we have Dre McBride, Michael Wilson, um,
James
can you
Conner.
can you get Marvin Harrison,
eh,
right?
Marvin Harrison
So
Jr. He can be very good. James Conner is injured and over 30, so I don't know how much you can sell
yeah,
James
but the
Conner, but he's a
offense,
great culture guy.
the flow of the offense immediately sunk when he got hurt, though.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely
With how
important to the
horrible the
team.
offensive line was still too at the time when he was still playing.
But you got to
So
remember, it's going to be a whole different group of humans next time around.
yeah, that's if the new coaching staff wants James Conner too, low key.
Yeah, so you got to. I mean, you could try to sell him with the
Low
rest of those
key,
guys.
you can get him for at highest a third round pick.
I low key, I think that he stays with us or retires.
I wouldn't be mad if he stays with us.
The
Me
thing is,
neither.
just
Yeah,
like
I want him to stay with us. I just wouldn't say he's a major selling point of the team.
yeah, Mike. Yeah, like you were saying, my hunch was also saying that like this new regime is gonna want to trade him, and then they're gonna roll their next running back. Probably we're gonna see Trey Benson running back one next year, possibly. So
You think Trey Benson has done enough to earn that?
who else besides DeMarcado and Bam Knight?
Well, Trey Benson really didn't do anything before
Unless
getting
we
hurt. I
randomly
mean, he
draft
ripped
another
off a
running.
couple good runs.
Hold up, unless we randomly draft another fucking running back again in this draft though, randomly. But
I think running backs are making kind of a comeback. I don't know, man. I just think that sometimes new coaches they come in with people, you know, like when you hire Harbaugh, Todd Monken's gonna come be the coordinator there. You know, that's
I mean,
what's gonna happen.
either way,
right.
it doesn't matter. We have to rebuild the trenches. We have maybe a couple offensive linemen that are actually worth staying, and then everybody else needs to go. That's why I believe, the number 3 pick, it's clear, especially now that Dante Moore is out of the picture, that we need to go Spencer Fano.
Yeah,
Get on
I
the
wouldn't be
phone.
mad about doing that. Also, I wouldn't be mad about trading down and getting multiple linemen. That's
Right.
like just like they did with the defense last year. Just draft mad defensive pieces, cornerbacks, linemen, and all the sort. We drafted just pure defense last year. Maybe they do the same with the offensive line and like draft the Tep Ryman's replacement. LOL.
Fee tip.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It just seems like the Cardinals, no matter what they do, next year is going to be pretty bad unless there's some catastrophic fall off for the other teams in the NFC West, which in the NFC West, that's just not the case.
Well,
San Francisco had a down year and they're back in the playoffs like nothing.
you alluded to it though, Damien. Like, if you get the right people in the building to coach this roster up, we have a very good roster that, the first half of the year, we were only a couple plays away from beating these top tier teams that are now, in these championship positions. But, we just haven't had the discipline or the experience to finish.
Yeah. No, I think that the big deal is that there's a lot of young players. There's a lot of kids on the team. They don't know how to win. They weren't taught how to win by someone who knows how to win, even at an average level. They were taught by somebody that is learning, and Jonathan Gannon. I feel like they were robbed, like Marvin Harrison Jr., Will Johnson, Garrett Williams. When you're learning from someone who's learning their job, you're not really learning your job the right way. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's why I hope that even if it's someone like not John Harbaugh, but someone with that type of experience would know what to do with these young players and how to coach them up and how to get them thinking about winning. So I just wanted. That's why I wanted to be someone with some experience, someone even if they've been a coordinator for a long time, just someone who's been in a building that knows how to deal with people, and because that's important, man. It's important for them to respect the coach, and I feel like they haven't been respecting the coach like the last couple years.
No, it's been definitely those moments where it's just like when things go wrong, it's like you kind of saw the emotions. It was just kind of a dead, checked out feeling towards the end of the year, especially, even though they're not going to admit that.
You know who we
Yeah,
haven't
for
mentioned?
sure.
You know who we haven't mentioned yet? Mike Tomlin. What do you guys think about trading for Mike Tomlin?
I feel like he's going to sit the year out.
Mike Tomlin, listen, man, I don't want any Steeler ever, especially not one that was there to witness the horror. No, I'm just kidding. Mike Tomlin would be exactly what I'm talking about. Someone that could teach the young guys how to win, someone that knows only he knows how to win. So I feel like the standard would get raised in Arizona a lot. I just don't think Mike Tomlin would do it.
See, I predicted Kyler Murray one of 3 teams to be a Steelers, so Kyler Murray for Mike Tomlin. I'm
I would
kidding.
love that.
Shit. That'd be interesting though. That'd be fire, but
It,
Yeah.
the people in Paradise Valley and Prescott Valley would lose their mind with hate.
yeah. But that's what I was trying to say when you guys couldn't hear me at first with the damn robocaller. So
That's great. Well, yeah, no, man. If we could get a legendary coach in Arizona, I would be so surprised because Bidwell. I just don't think that the league thinks highly of us.
No.
I think that we think more highly of the Cardinals organization than the people that are in the NFL do, which is crazy.
100%.
yeah, I'm not really sold on. I mean, it's better than what we've been dealing with, but constant 8-8s or 9-7s. But
Hey, dude, listen. If they could just learn how to win, we have a talent that would like we could stumble our way into wins on accident with how good this team is sometimes.
Right.
But it's just like, dude, we just constantly have to play against giants. Not literally, just figuratively. But yeah,
You know,
I I think that the Cardinals are depressing, man. So
well,
I
the
want to talk
D-backs made
about
it.
Nolan
actually,
Arenado.
Yeah, the D-backs made it interesting randomly. We were just complaining about it a couple weeks ago. Do something. Well, they
oh,
frankly did. So
Nolan Arenado is a huge get, especially considering how the fans were upset about Naylor and Suarez being dealt last year. This is a huge, change of pace.
yeah, it's a little forgivable getting rid of Suarez. He did have a down year offensively with St. Louis last year. I think his OPS was only like 622 last year. Yeah, his numbers were way, way, way off compared to what you usually see out of Nolan Arenado. Um,
Oh yeah,
but
because he
yeah,
had
like
like 12
he's still gonna be that stellar defensive third baseman guy that you're going to see out of him. But yeah, thinking about the fact that he's back at a friendly hitter park at Chase Field, he's gonna play Rockies a lot more this year. So I feel like we could potentially see 30-100 out of him again. So
Well,
it could be a
my
huge
thing,
get.
the nicest thing about the deal that getting him is the Cardinals are paying, I believe, like 32 to
31 million,
million of
something like
his
that.
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
feel
just
like I feel like his regression last year was just he did not want to be there the entire season. And like, wasn't he like one of the rumored to be traded during the deadline last year, and they just kept
yep.
him anyways? So and he's probably like, damn, like all depressed and shit. But yeah, I feel like it was just the fact like he didn't get that change of scenery. Excuse me, damn, and he wanted out. So
Well, my thing is, as long as he turns out to be a Dodger, Padre, and Giant killer, welcome back to the division.
Yeah. I think we're trying to do what they do, but on the cheap.
but listen, man, like we do something nice where we turn a couple heads across the league with Nolan Arenado, and from the freaking Dodgers just got to ruin our fucking parade with Kyle Tucker, dude, paying him sixty
Yeah,
five
that's
million a
crazy that they
year.
can keep on.
Like,
It. Can
give
they
me.
can they block some of these crazy like not trades but signings? What is this?
There is no cap in baseball, and there needs to be a cap. And what there should happen, in my opinion, there needs to be a freaking players lockdown next season to get this shit fucking figured out and fixed. But it probably won't even happen. So
Yeah, I
Well,
was
the
gonna
players
say,
ain't gonna the players ain't gonna do a lockdown. They benefit from this.
I know that, but for the fan, this is what a lot of decent amount of the fans would want, though.
the thing is
But
nuts is it's about it like the fact that the Dodgers can keep adding and adding and adding is just how it's insane the transfer portal is with the fact that you got guys that are going to their seventh and eighth school.
yeah, we can't have a nice moment for more than 2 days, and the Dodgers fucking do that, dude.
And the funny thing is,
So
we can kick their ass. Fuck LA.
exactly.
Yeah. So that's the funny part. Like you're saying, it's like they still get beat. It's like how you got all these superstars and still be losing. Like I mean, they won the World Series last time, so but still they still lose.
And it's
Right.
like Freddie Freeman gets hurt once a year, and these guys still win. That's how stacked they are, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean he's not
So
even the best
they
player
should
on the
struggle
team.
when Freddie gets hurt, and they don't. So
See,
Yeah,
their weakness is their pitching. They can score. They're just like us. They can score, but their pitching is vulnerable.
only because Shohei was hurt. Watch until
they
when he comes
definitely
back. It's gonna be deadly.
they definitely fixed their freaking closing situation though. So
Yeah,
We
they
still
are
got to.
good at addressing what they have lacked. Unlike us, we don't fix shit.
well, I mean, in all fairness, they finally addressed the bullpen a little bit with Taylor Clark and Jonathan Lasoigia.
Nostalgia?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Jonathan's got a heater for a fastball though. So there's that, and then Taylor Clark. I mean, I don't know. He gave us a lot of cardiac fucking moments when he was with us, dude. So I don't know.
Clark was originally drafted by the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, and yeah, I know. He gave us a lot of heart attack moments, dude.
Man,
He pitched 3 seasons for the Royals with 2 starts, 51 appearances, was 1-1 with a 3.25 ERA. Nice.
yeah, I was gonna say that's easily better than half of the balloons that we had in our bullpen.
But here's my question though. Like, are Puck and Martinez ready to go for spring? Because we're less than 30 days away for spring training.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Hopefully, because we need arms and arms. Because we didn't
Well,
do much. Because that's the most activity we done with our pitching besides Merrill Kelly and shit. Who's that one guy that we got? He's supposed to
Graz
be
for.
the huh?
Are you talking about the guy we got for McCarthy?
No, no. He's supposed to be a back end guy for us, or maybe a long.
Oh,
Who?
It was some other pitcher that we signed like a month ago, and like his ERA sucked. He had a win loss with his. He had way more losses than wins.
His ERA didn't suck. He actually had a really good ERA. It was
No, it was in
Michael
the fours.
Soroka, right?
Michael
Soroka, yeah,
Soroka. Yeah,
Soroka, yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking
the
about.
Soroka.
Yeah,
Besides
he's
Soroka
actually
and
good.
Cuddy, that's the most that we've done with our pitching since. So
Soroka's actually good. He just is like inconsistent.
He's got
he had
injury,
one solid year, and that was with the Cubs. Other
injuries.
than that, like that was it.
You'd be surprised how quickly just the slightest injury will f up your entire mechanics.
I don't know. So far, we're gonna have to wait on Corbin Burns till the All Star break. So Merrill Kelly still gonna be our new ace. Looks like Zach Gallen still is not on the team. I still find that
Nope.
interesting.
Yeah, it's
And
interesting. He'll probably come back. If he comes back, then we're looking kind of solid.
Oh yeah.
no, we're not. I no. Listen, I gave up on the Zach Gallen train. Why bring him back? Why? It's gonna be the same repetitive stuff. Another team can deal with that. The horde, the
Nah,
walk
he can get
rates, and
back,
the
bro.
and his home runs and all that, dude. It's over.
See, the
It's
thing is
default.
though, the thing is, you can't say with Erod in our rotation that Zach Gallen wouldn't be a welcome addition back.
Oh no, with that contract, we're stuck with Erod.
But what I'm
So
saying is, like, we could take Gallen back and risk, his whatever. Like, if because he's got the potential to be locked down again. And if we're gonna roll somebody like freaking Erod out every, freaking fifth day, who allows every fifth
but
person's brother to hit a home run,
but listen, we got a new pitching coach this offseason from the was it from the Angels? Yeah, or who was it from? Or was it for the Rangers?
I think it was from the Rangers.
But nonetheless, if this new guy can't figure Erod out, he's done. So
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of, pitching changes in coaching the last couple of years.
well, we've had Mike Butcher for the longest time, and he just did recently though. Yeah,
Yeah,
so all these
I
new
don't know.
guys are still fairly new, except for the new guy we just signed this offseason. So
I'm happy with with what they're doing. Then he said that Lavolo said that they're still going to be adding people to the bullpen from uh now into spring training times.
As of when? After those signings?
After they got Soroka, which was in December. So like
Oh, well,
last
then they
month,
did. Yeah, they did with those two
1 month
movements.
ago. This is when this article is from. Yeah, Soroka was balling before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Soroka made 17 starts and pitched 89 innings in 2025, his largest workload since 2019. But
One of those,
his rookie year was crazy with the Braves in 2019.
one of,
2.68 ERA in 29 starts, making an
damn.
all-star and finishing sixth in Cy Young in his rookie year.
Oh yeah, I love that potential.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean,
older
last
guy
year he
signing
finished
though.
with
It's
4.52 ERA, which was higher than what they expected. They expected his ERA to be 3.4. So I felt like he had a little bad luck, but he has a sub 4 ERA. It's better than all the other dudes. It'd be him, Ryan Nelson, Merrill Kelly, Brandon Fad, um, Zach Gallen question mark, maybe not. That's an Eduardo Rodriguez, right? That's the
Yeah.
pitchers.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
AJ Puck
Soroka.
and Justin Martinez both are coming back from Tommy Johns. We need to move on from them.
Soroka's at best the fifth guy though.
That's okay.
So I mean,
Maybe he can be the fourth
do we
guy.
still have
Get
Shelby
Trevor
Miller?
Bauer. I'm just kidding.
Do we still have Shelby Miller in the bullpen or not?
I think it's a free
I
agent.
Yeah, he
No,
might be a
he's
free
gone.
agent.
So yeah, we definitely need more guys that could throw at least 2 or 3 innings in the bullpen though. So, but
Maybe
then
we'll
again,
Yeah,
see
that's
they're
what
still
spring training
adding.
is for.
coming up.
Yep, they're
So
still adding. They're still adding. I'm not mad at what they're doing. I think that they're doing the right stuff. I like they're at least adding people with potential. The only reason why Soroka wasn't balling anymore is because he tore his Achilles and had to sit out for 3 years, 3 years.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
know.
came back and still had a 4.5 ERA, which is not good, but it ain't bad.
Having a I don't know, having a guy or two that can throw you a few innings in that bullpen solidly that can give you an ERA
Right.
below like 3, it will do you wonders, man.
It's so
Especially for
important.
the other guys too that are just resting and need the rest too. So
Yeah, I was gonna say the amount of games and the amount of runs that we've blown and allowed the last 2 years.
Dude, did you see that the Mets signed Boba?
It's
why are they acting like they're trying to care now, dude?
That's so
Like,
funny,
freaking New York and their freaking arms races.
right? That's not good for us.
bro, imagine Juan Soto, bro. I mean, he don't give a fuck. He's making that cash up there, so
He don't
Yeah.
care.
yeah, he don't care.
They're
That's the
trying to do what
best.
the
That's the
Dodgers are
best.
doing. They're like,
Only thing they have.
yay.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, except the Dodgers can actually finish.
that's okay. When his contract runs midway through season, Dodgers will trade for him,
Oh no.
right, for sure.
and then he'll show up back to work.
You bury that
That's
shit.
so funny.
So
I could
LA.
picture Boba in the Dodgers uniform.
No. No more Dodgers.
Right, seriously, dude. Sick. No more baseball.
Well, shoot, you might as we might in July we might as well run out the best team that we can field against the Dodgers for your All Star game as opposed to doing the National versus AL.
Right, seriously. Let them just be their own all-star team because they got everyone.
It's
I like
insane.
it.
yes, sir.
I love it. I want some more of it. I try so hard.
Can't rise above it.
Bars.
Bro, I can't wait. Low key, still on baseball. Them Nerfy season. Who's ready for some Nerfy season? If you know what
I'm
I
ready for
mean.
it. When does it start?
What should be late April. Yeah, early
Late
April.
April.
I don't know when the first game of the season is for baseball. I just know spring training's less than 30 days.
I'll be at Maine in late April.
Let's go
Yeah.
there.
I'm ready for that.
Because
I'm
I'm
ready for
looking already
baseball to
bored betting
start.
on basketball, dude. Since the NFL games are like thinning out for on FanDuel and shit.
Yeah,
So
Right.
basketball is my best sport, so I'll be making the most money during this time. I gotta stop betting NFL like my NBA parlays because it's not the same thing.
I make the most on baseball, but I'm surprised I finally made some fucking bread on basketball, dude, last night.
Bro,
So
I'm Yeah, I'm happy you did. I make the most on basketball by far.
just like my bets, I'm in last place. So
Frankie, we will carry you.
Yeah,
Promise, big promise.
I need to make some money this weekend.
I need to too, dude. I gotta buy a tire, but that's neither here nor there.
Bro, listen, so my
Um,
biggest secret, so listen, my biggest secret so far to auto lock two legs, if you feel like the Suns are for sure gonna win around like 150, even plus money, just fucking do it. And then do either or book 25 points or Brooks 20, whatever you feel the most comfortable with. Lock that two same game and parlay like 4 or 5. So then you feel like the Suns and the whatever Brooks or Booker is already auto lock and just rely on the rest. And that's been working for me solid. I've been getting super close consistently.
Nice.
So
yeah, dude. Like, if the Suns are ever like plus money, do their spread because they always win those games. Like they're plus 210 against some team that they're gonna smash. It's like
that's
why are
why
they?
that's why I did yesterday when they were 6.5 against Pistons. They were smashing them, dude. We might as well get on Suns now since we're already talking
Yep.
about it. But
Come
yeah, they
on.
were smashing the Pistons yesterday, dude. And then next thing you know, fucking Pistons just came back ahead and took over. But they still covered that 6.5 for me. But Dylan Brooks, what the fuck, dude? Not even 20 points. I don't even
Bro,
Yeah.
I
know,
was
man.
watching the game. I wasn't watching it, but I was watching it like play by play on ESPN because I was doing something. And I just saw at the end of the game, they just let Grayson Allen take like five threes when they could have tied the game or won the game with all those possessions. Also got a rebound, could have just gone right back up, but said they were going for threes. It's like, bro, you guys are down by 4 points. You don't need to shoot five threes in the last 18 seconds.
Like I get it.
Tie the
Like
fucking game.
a good night, but damn,
Yeah, he did. He was going crazy, but towards that quarter, he was missing everything. It was like, dude,
work it
th-
inside.
yeah, get 2 points. You're down by four. Why are we shooting threes every freaking time? Especially when you're getting a rebound down there. Go back up, get the and one, and you get a three that way.
All the foul.
Yeah,
Keep missing them all. Detroit had all the momentum after the second half, man.
yeah, it was crazy.
Something
I was
clicking
like,
for that
damn,
second half.
they're gonna do this without Book. This is crazy. I was
It
ready
just,
to gloat and celebrate, but nope. The Phoenix Suns have the Phoenix Suns. That's a law.
I mean, hey, being 24-17 is still an amazing spot.
Yeah, we're doing
We've
well.
been
I
we've been
just feel like if
chilling.
they want to lock some shit down, they need to beat these teams when they're winning. It's like, hey, if you lose to Detroit on the road because you're tired or whatever, who cares? But if you have the game sewn up and then you choke it away like they did last time, I just hate seeing that.
Well, we can't go into a funk too much because we got the Knicks, Nets, Sixers, Hawks, and Heat for the next five.
I don't really worry about that because Book will be back and maybe Jalen Green will be back. So I think at that point the energy is going to skyrocket and we're going to just smash through the weaker teams
See,
and even the semi good teams. We're better than those teams.
Right. I
do you think we make a trade though before the deadline, or do we think we're staying where we're at?
feel
No,
so. Listen, I feel like we need to see a small sample size with Jalen Greenback first, but then it's unfortunate. But then we're gonna have to make that decision quick if we're gonna have to make that final splash with Jalen, or we're gonna have to stay put. So that's it should be his call right there, and we already know like that man likes to gamble like we do. So
See, my
I
thing,
don't foresee Jalen Green being any part of any trade that we do if we do trade. Jalen Green will be here for a couple of years. Uh, just hearing Matt Ishbia talk about them exceeding expectations, he made it clear that he wants to see how it plays out, like with Jalen Green as a part of the Suns. Nick Richards was the only person I could feel like would get traded, and it's because trading him would put us under the apron, and they want to get under that thing. So we'll trade him for some bull BS, some ancillary. It was going to be Kamingo or something like that, but at this point, I think that they thought we were going to be able to see more Jalen Green and know what we could put in around him and stuff like that. So now I just feel like they're like, we don't really need to do anything. We're sixth in the West, and we don't even have one of our best players playing, you know? So they're going to see how that pans out. And if we do need to do something, I think we'll do Nick Richards for maybe another like 3-and-D guy or something, and wait till the offseason if we're gonna do anything with Jalen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Jalen's going anywhere. He's gonna be here at least, like you mentioned, a couple of years. But the key, if we could swing Nick Richards for somebody who has the offensive skill set and defensive hustle of like a Kelly Oubre, that would be fantastic to bring back.
The
Dude, Kelly
talks
Oubre
to
would be a
him,
great fit for this current Suns vibe.
the talks
It'd be
to
too much
him
good
going to
vibes in the
Toronto
building. Hmm?
sparked up and died down real quick though.
The Abaji?
No, for Richards, because at one
Yeah,
point
that's
I
who they
forgot.
were
I
saying they
don't know
would
if it
trade
was.
for.
I don't remember who reported on X, but it was like, oh, Toronto's shown interest in Richards, but then
We're
like
talking about
nothing.
the same thing. They would trade us Abaji for him in that scenario.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But um, I don't I don't I don't I don't hate that. Abaji's another like long, rangy person that can play good defense. That's our identity. We're a lockdown defense team, so if we can get more guys like that, I don't mind it. If Malawatch is making good strides, then there's no reason to have all those centers, Osho, Mark Williams, Malawatch, and Nick Richards. That's just too many people that play the same position on the same team. So
Right.
we got to make them.
Especially coming
And
off
we're
the
on,
bench
and
too.
yeah, and
Especially,
and barely
yeah.
ever. How many DNPs does Nick Richards have in the last like 10 games? We haven't seen him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's maybe played 1 or 2 games in like the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, he doesn't play anymore. He's obviously gonna get traded. And I think it's obvious because he puts us under the apron, the second apron or whatever. So obviously they're still paying Bradley Bill. So that's how we gotta operate.
Sheesh, rough.
Well, I mean, I think either way we're in a win-win situation because if you don't trade him, he's still a really athletic young player that gels well with the guys. He's a good culture fit. But if you do move him by chance, you're definitely getting better, and then we can really see the ceiling of this team.
I think they I think they wouldn't be so it wouldn't be such a option for everyone to talk about if Oso wasn't playing so well right now. Like Oso
Right.
really just been playing well the last couple games and playing a lot more. So and you know compare that to Nick Richards just not playing at all. So it's like
Yeah.
the Warriors I think would be a good destination for him. They need a center. We get something back like a power forward, maybe like a Quentin Post type of player or something. Like he can shoot threes, he can get rebounds. He's very underrated. I really like Quentin Post, so maybe a post trade. I don't see Nick Richards getting us much more than like one of those type of players, maybe like a third round pick or something.
Right, because I think, like you mentioned, Oso's kind of pushed Nick Richards completely out of the rotation.
Yeah. Also, it's getting blocks and shit.
Yeah,
Like, Nick Richards had 4 blocks. I mean, not Nick Richards. Mark Williams had 4 blocks. Grayson Allen had like 2 blocks. It's like, yeah, if Grayson Allen's blocking fools and you're not playing, you might as well go ahead and pack the suitcase, brother.
yeah,
But no, I like Nick Richards. He's a great player. He can get hot. If Mark Williams gets injured and he's still on the roster, then boom, you don't have to worry about a thing. But if we can upgrade at power forward somehow, that'd be sick.
right. It's going to be an interesting, second half of the season for sure, especially once we get Jalen Green in the mix.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I
officially mid.
can't. Good.
We're actually officially midway through the season though.
I was
Right at
about
the
to say the
smack
same thing. Like
midpoint.
I can't believe we're already halfway through
Yeah.
the NBA season. It
Oh,
seems
really?
unreal.
I
Yep.
know. I know. I asked that in our Arizona Sports Fanatics group today, like, oh, like, what do you guys think about being actually midway through the season today? So
So we
mostly
can stop
positive
saying that
feedback.
it's a
So,
fluke.
honestly though, and I remember this, and I still admit it too. Like I kept saying, "Oh, a bunch of question marks, this and that. I don't know this and I don't know that." Like a big part of me is feeling like we're gonna have a losing season. Nah, I was proven wrong. So they exceeded my expectations by far. So
I think they exceeded everybody's expectations, man. Anybody that was telling you that they'd be sixth in the West would be a lie. I could probably go pull tape of myself saying maybe seventh or eighth seed at max. I think that's what I felt that they were going to be in the play-in. I wasn't down on them. I think even saying that they were going to be in the play-in was somebody being optimistic back then, because the reporters and the media were like they're going to be trash. They're going to be one of the worst defensive teams. They're not going to be able to do this and that. And I was like, nah, that sounds like a little bit going overboard. You know.
and I,
Uh,
yeah,
I was gonna say,
yeah,
and
I
I
know.
remember like a month or so back, like we were saying collectively that the Suns are gonna float around that 38 to 42 win mark, and so far they might even exceed that.
right. And
I,
I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
But I
I
mean, the
remember
big
a lot of sorry, I remember a lot of people conning on HBO too. It's like, oh, why are you hiring a bunch of Michigan State guys? Well, so far it's working. So
yeah.
Yes, we underestimated alignment.
all right, vision and alignment.
Well, that and the thing is, you're seeing, and we've talked about this before, the fact that Dylan Brooks was basically just the afterthought of the deal, and then he's becoming the guy that again is completely changing the expectations of the city he's playing for. Did it in Memphis, did it in Houston. The only thing, he just had to be a part of the deal, unfortunately. But he's bringing that mentality. He's the biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest catalysts in the rebuild so far.
Yeah, you got to give Dylan Brooks a lot of credit, and you got to give Matt Ishby a lot of credit for being able to be decisive and know, okay, I can keep sinking stuff into this Kevin Durant situation, or I can try to, go a different direction completely and hope that we can build something around substance instead of trying to build it around flash and superstars. Because, you know, Matt Ishbia came in with the mindset of, hey, if I just put Kevin Durant, Booker, and all these A-level players together, how the heck are we going to lose? You know, and it didn't work. And he had the smarts to realize, oh, okay, let me look at how the good teams are building their rosters out and the key elements of what they need to be able to succeed, which is, in my opinion, defense, floor spacing, and a lot of ball movement. And then you see us go from taking the ball and giving it to one person, i.e., Kevin Durant or Devin Booker, and saying, hey, go score a basket. Now it's like, hey, Goody's dropping mad threes. Any given night, it could be anybody. And none of these guys are afraid to take the shot. So I really love the way the mentality flipped. And while you give Dylan Brooks a lot of credit, you got to give everybody else and Devin Booker a lot of credit for being able to adapt so quickly in any situation, man. Devin Booker's been on losing teams. He's been on finals teams. He's been on teams where he had to be a leader, teams where he could just take the back and be second fiddle. But he's always been booking, always been cooking, and he's never let that get in the way of him being the Phoenix Suns and the main goal being to play good basketball and get a championship. So I love the situation, man. I love all the people that are buying in. It's easy to be somewhere and collect a paycheck. It's hard to really believe in what the organization's doing and fight even when you're down by 20. So respect to them.
Right. Because, I mean, we've seen it in multiple aspects that last year, the same team that, goes down 15, 20 points, they're losing by 30, 40. But this team, they get down, they realistically have the belief that they can still win. And that's huge.
Yeah, and a lot of times they do. They come back storming and take it over. So I like
100%.
it. I love it. I want some more of it. I try so hard. I can't rise above it.
Man.
I don't know.
I like it.
Yes, sir,
I
James.
love it. I
You guys
want some
might finally
more
see some
of it.
playoff basketball again. So
Right.
Yes.
I think we're right there.
I think the West
Rising.
has gotten weaker too, so it's going to be a little easier for us to snag one of these spots.
The House of the Rising Sun.
Yes,
Good,
sir.
good song.
We picking
Great
up
song.
playoff games today, or we just wrapping this baby up?
You said what?
Are we picking playoff games today, or are we wrapping this baby up?
It's only like what 4 or 5 games. Screw it.
Yeah, it's small. Let's do it.
Woo!
All right,
Honestly,
let's do it. The divisional round tomorrow is the Broncos and the Bills.
the trickiest
Um,
game.
yes, I'm gonna go for the Broncos in this one. What about you, Dill?
Man, this is the this is the trickiest game of the week for me. And I don't know. I don't know. I've been like doing parlays and doing in the lab and shit. You know, but I don't know if the I don't know. A part of me wants to go Bills still. I feel like
Just do
without
it.
listen, I feel like I'm gonna do it because listen, for once, Patrick Mahomes is not in Josh Allen's way. This is his destiny. But however, what's stopping him is no number one, and the Bills defense is horrible at stopping the run. So that's why I'm still iffy on this game. The Broncos could still easily win this game with defense too. So I'm still going the Bills.
Nice.
See, my thing is, I'm taking the Bills, and it's going to come down to so James Cook's going to have a huge day. Denver's going to be lurking the entire game, but it's going to come down to a Bo Nix interception, and the Bills are going to be moving on.
I love that. Putting it all on Bo Nix's shoulders. That's effed up. The next game is the NFC West clash. The Seahawks are at home versus the 49ers. Um, man, I'm gonna roll with the Niners. What about you, Frankie?
Well, there's, I believe, a little question if Sam Darnold's going to be either playing or 100%, period. And the way the 49ers have adapted all year to whatever's thrown in their way, whoever's available, who's not available, etc. I just like the way they persevered and give me Brock Purdy all day.
I'm gonna have to just I see. It's another tough one for me too. I'm gonna still go with the Niners though, more at ease than the Bills, I guess. So I feel like Frankie was saying, it depends on Sam Darnold's health and Seattle with all season long. Like the theme with them is like find a way to get it done all season, and then a lot of times they have. But in the playoffs, you're gonna have to kind of do a little more than that to get it done. You know. So
Yeah.
yeah, give me the Niners.
Awesome. The next one is gonna be Patriots, and Texans. I've been rocking with the Pats all year, and I'm not gonna stop now. Give me the Patriots. What about you, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop rocking with the Patriots either. My prediction spoiled it last week, but for the Super Bowl, in my opinion, it's gonna be Patriots and Rams. So
Man, as much as I hate saying that New England's back, Nico Collins being out, I feel, is going to be too much for the Texans to handle, especially going into a buzzsaw like New England. Trayvon Henderson's going to run wild. Give me the Drake May Patriots.
Wow, so we don't gotta ask Dylan this next one. He said he thinks the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. So it's Rams and Bears.
yeah,
Um,
sorry, Caleb Williams. Great season
yeah, I
though.
think the magical ride ends here, Caleb. I'm sorry, buddy. I would love for the Bears to win this game. I almost want to pick them just because I want them to win. But in reality, I got to go with experience. I got to go with that NFC West pedigree. Give me the Rams. Frankie?
Yeah, I was going to say Matt Stafford's having the MVP kind of year that I talked about earlier. They're going to shake off the rust that they played against the Panthers, which was absolutely ridiculous. And my Super Bowl pick is Bills Rams, so obviously it's going to be the Rams.
All right, that's it. That's all. Um, guys, thank you so much for all the support.
Yes.
Episodes getting more views than they have in the past. And if you do like the podcast, please like, share it with their friends, and subscribe and comment in the comments, and also join the group down in the description. You guys got anything to say?
I was gonna say we're one shy of 100. We've come a long way, especially in the last couple months. We've jumped from the 60s to almost 100. So love the support, appreciate the support, and then of course, if you guys do want a fAnaticZ podcast T-shirt, let me know. We will get an order put in, and we will make it happen.
Yes, sir. Like Frankie said, 100 away. Even though we fell shy of our chairman by jersey goal, that doesn't mean that we're not going to have any other future contests and giveaways like that in the future.